Yo, Crypto Junior here. All right, I gotta get something off my chest because my brother, he's got a pretty dope YouTube channel. I believe over 200,000 subscribers right now, so let's get me there too. But he's in the gaming space. Jammer is his name, and he's always told me that gamers aren't a fan of NFTs. So but I never really understood it. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's probably the coolest thing that could possibly ever happen to the gaming industry, and this is why. Because I think it's going to transform the ownership and the community aspect of these games. Um, okay, so maybe I'll start with why he said that they don't, and then I'll share my opinions around it because I think they're valid. I think their opinions for not liking it are valid. But he shared because it seems like it's usually all about money. It, from what it sounds like, some of the implementations that have happened so far have been probably monetarily driven, as well as maybe the implementation was incorrect. They didn't have the right audience in mind. And I do see this in the NFT space all the time, where, in my opinion, I feel like they're abusing such a powerful technology that, in my opinion, is going to revolutionize our day to day interactions. So, yes, I understood where it was coming from, as in implementation probably wasn't right. It was maybe more of a lottery or a raffle. I hate NFTs that are lotteries or raffles. The utility should be clear. If I'm owning this, I have just as much chance as the other person owning it. Unless, yes, I get it. Sometimes owning more is beneficial, as it should. If you own more shares of something, you should be given, bigger rewards. Um, but in my opinion, some of those raffles, um, things don't make sense. Like, you're abusing a technology that is so powerful that is connecting people in another revolutionary way, but you're turning it into a raffle ticket. Don't get me wrong, sure, that could be one of the utilities, but that shouldn't be like, people shouldn't be buying NFTs to be one in 100,000 chance of winning something, and then there's nothing else coming out of that NFT. Even though, yes, at one point probably raffle tickets will be NFTs, like the lottery will be an NFT version. But I don't think that should be one of the primary use cases, right? So I do understand where the gamers come from when maybe it's something like that along those lines, where they don't feel like they're getting anything out of it other than having to pay more money to a brand or a developer, whatever the case may be, gaming studio. But agree with that. If there's other reasons, please drop them in the comments that I'm missing. However, like, when I see a true implementation of NFTs, blockchain technology, Web3 technology in gaming, that is actually, once again, going back to ownership of one's assets. Think about it. If you could own that character that you put so much time in, so much money in, hours upon hours, dollars upon dollars, time is money, people, and you move on to a different game, or you, like, whatever the case may be, that property, that game, that character, in most use cases, stays with that game, stays on that disk, stays in your hard drive. And in most cases, once again, you really can't do anything with that. Yes, other games have done it in the past where you can sell like skins and things like that, but usually that stays on that platform, on that system, on that game. You can't now take that experience, take that time, take that money, and maybe go shop it around in another game, right? Or shop it around in a more realistic use case is another marketplace, or somewhere else. So think of these games now becoming their own projects on the blockchain, that they could do whatever they wanted to, and you could come join that ride if you believe in it. Imagine being able to lock arms with the next Mario franchise, right? And you have a key piece of this because of, one, you invested in the NFT. And I think there's two facets to this. One, sometimes there's just an NFT as a stake, obviously access to the ecosystem, and maybe you're gaining more rewards as that ecosystem grows, as being one of the first people in the project. Or maybe one of the projects that I'm super interested in right now are the ones that your NFT are actually your asset. Obviously, there's stake in the game, in the ecosystem, but that is actually your avatar. That is actually something that you can take in and out of metaverses into this game with the fully customized, accessorized character that you've bought as an NFT, and now you've customized, and now it is your asset. You've leveled it up. You've done whatever the case may be. You've gone to this level. You've collected certain things, and now that is yours to now take around anywhere, and to really, like, this is your asset. Like, you can now claim that this is a piece of your net worth because it's now that deep, right? It's not just a game anymore. Now this is truly a digital asset. This is something that you own. I don't see how gamers don't want that. You know, if you really think about, in my opinion, that explanation, how can you say no? But once again, I understand that most implementation is not like that. It's sometimes, quote unquote, a play to earn, right? Where really, I mean, there's just not been the greatest implementations of that. We've seen it do well in the bull run, but most of them are not doing very good right now. But now you're seeing, and obviously gas transactions, like bringing a game to a platform where you have to pay for gas. Like, that's just, yeah, I wouldn't like that either. I pay for the game once. I shouldn't have to necessarily pay for anything in the future within that game. But yeah, it can get kind of messy on the Web3 world. But the games, the projects that I'm most bullish on right now, they're leveraging Web3, they're leveraging Web2, they're metaverse focused, they're building avatars. You can just look at my channel. That's kind of the stuff that I'm talking about and reviewing right now. And they're taking that ownership use case, and they're really driving with it. That is their bread and butter. And those are the ones that I think, as they continue to grow and popularity grows around it. Like, think about with Fortnite, owning that Fortnite character, like, that would be amazing. It doesn't stay in the game. It's something that you could take and throw in a metaverse land, right? That is cool, and people can see it just outside of everywhere, not just in Fortnite. And now that is actually something that you own. You can create T-shirts. You can build a business with that brand. You can't do that with Fortnite right now. You get sued. But you can take that character, that NFT that you have, and now make a complete brand outside of it. That's another amazing reason. So yeah, I think in my opinion, there's just a big misunderstanding right now between maybe Web2 and Web3 gamers. And yeah, I would love to talk about it. I'd love to there's probably some stuff that I'm missing here. I'd love to hear that case. But overall, in my opinion, so far, I haven't heard a case that doesn't make sense. I think my brother agrees. When you really talk about it, it makes sense to me. But if I'm missing something, let me know. But that is why Crypto Jr. is bullish on Web3 gaming. Thanks for watching, guys.